Hey everyone, my name's Jay Wolf, and recently being the last 3 weeks, a bunch of big name film review YouTubers have been doing this video series called One Marvelous Scene. Now, Endgame has come out. I've seen it twice. Fantastic movie. But I wanted to make my own One Marvelous Scene video a while ago, before I saw Endgame. The problem is, through a series of getting a concussion, hitting my head again, finals week, and now I'm sick again, I have not been able to make my video, and it's getting pretty long. So, despite my sickness, I'm gonna make my own One Marvelous Scene video, and the scene I'm going to be doing is one that I don't think anybody's said yet. I think they've brought it up, but it is a full-powered Thor. And the reason I came to that scene is because no matter how much I look at any other scene in the entire MCU, hell, even in Endgame, I always get drawn back to one scene, and that is this one. Now, I'm not the biggest Thor fan. I've seen all his movies once or twice. Dark World was pretty trash. I've seen the first Thor a few times. I love Ragnarok. Seen it a couple times. I loved his part in Infinity War. Iffy on the Endgame one. I'll make a video on that next. So be sure to subscribe below and so you can see that one when it comes out in a few days. But the reason I love this scene so much, where Thor, he's beat down, he's about to lose everything, he's lost his family so far, his friends so far, his people are on the edge of destruction by Hela's undead army, and Hela has him, and she goes, "What are you the god of?" And then he talks to his father, Odin, and Odin says, "You're not the god of hammers, right?" And then cuts back, and he brings down the biggest lightning bolt in the history of lightning bolt. I mean, bigger than what Pikachu brought down on Arceus. And even though it doesn't really do anything to Hela, it shows the growth of his character throughout the movies. In the first Thor, he started as an arrogant warrior prick. He got humble a little bit. In the second Thor, nothing happened. In the Avengers, he was still an arrogant warrior prick, but he was more humbled. He worked as a team. He allowed people to work with him. He wasn't so strong and heads fast, if that's a word. And all throughout Ragnarok, he's working through his fear that maybe he isn't the strongest Avenger. Maybe it's Hulk, and he's with Hulk, and he's about to beat Hulk, and then he gets shot-collared, and he doesn't beat Hulk. And so this scene, for me, not only is it just one of the most gorgeously shot scenes in all of the MCU, when he's coming down on the bridge and he's playing the Immigrant song, he's just mowing through. He's like a knife cutting through butter with those undead soldiers after he's full powered. But it also shows his full character growth. It shows us what he's been working towards. That the reason he has so much power isn't because he can wield a hammer and fight. The reason he has so much power is because it's within himself. He is the power. He doesn't have it. He is it. He's literally the god of thunder. He's the one who brings the lightning. And going into Infinity War, and then a little bit in Endgame, it shows that this scene is the reason why he's the most powerful Avenger, and why he's the one who nearly killed Thanos, and then does kill Thanos in the beginning of Endgame. This is the scene that made him that. This scene where he's coming down with the Immigrant song playing by Zeppelin. And, I mean, yeah, there's really not much more to say. I think that's why I love it so much, because it's, even though it's a character I don't really like too much. I'm more of a Captain America fan and an Ant-Man fan, but I can't deny that aside from it being the most aesthetically pleasing scene in the MCU, aside from Captain America standing up against all of Thanos' army in Endgame, it's just, it shows his character growth of one of the characters that we all thought was not a great hero. He was, a pretty deadbeat from his first two films and from his part in the second Avengers, Age of Ultron. And this movie that Ragnarok is, and especially the scene, showed us that no, he is the God of Thunder. He is the strongest Avenger. He is the one. And he knows it now. And I love it. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on what I think is the one marvelous scene in all of the MCU. I know a lot of other of these YouTubers doing these one marvelous scenes brought this up, and they said, oh, it's beautiful, but it doesn't have any substance. This is me disagreeing. I think it has a lot of substance. I think it has more substance than a lot of other scenes in the MCU, and that's why I love it so much. I'm a person who isn't drawn to just the cool action. That's not the movies I really enjoy. I love the MCU movies because they're character driven and because they show the growth and the humanity in these people, in these heroes. And I think the Immigrant song, the Immigrant scene from Thor Ragnarok shows that really well. And then it also is a cool scene. And it uses Led Zeppelin, the greatest rock band of all time. So how can you not like it? But anyways, so that's just my thoughts. Again, it might not be what you think. That's great. Comment below. Tell me why you don't like that scene. Tell me why you think it's another scene. Tell me what you love about it, what you hate about it. Tell me anything in the comments below. I really want to hear your opinions. And I'm going to release another video on Thor in a few days or so. So be sure to subscribe for that if you enjoyed my video. Like below. And yeah, so thanks for listening. Peace.